Howdy y'all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. So we are now on 7 Days to Die, version 9.2, alpha, I guess, 9.2. Which is supposed to have some new, a new hotel in the random spawn, a few bug fixes, things like that. It's been a couple days since I read the notes, honestly. When I went and I filmed my last episode, which would have came out on Friday, and then after I had filmed my episode, you know, they released 9.2. So I did read the patch notes on Friday, but now it's like Sunday, so I can't remember anything. But today we're going to do some more searching. I am headed in my general southerly direction, which is my planned direction. And we had a pretty good run, honestly, I felt, the last couple of episodes, getting some new tools built. Ooh, we should check that real quick. I want to see, did you change the spiked club back? No. Don't build the spiked club. Just don't do it. There's no reason for it. It doesn't do enough damage to make it worth 4 ingots. This costs 3. Seriously. You know, I mean, why waste your hard, ill-gotten iron? All right, I don't know if it's ill-gotten, but your iron on the spiked club when it's not going to be as damaging as a sledgehammer. I don't understand. I like these crossroads. I don't see anything in the distance, though. We'll continue on our southerly route. Wait. Maybe I should go down the south road, though, if I'm going to do that, huh? South. South. What you got for me, Plague Nurse? Ooh, some antibiotics. What you got for me, Plague Nurse? Nothing. Oh, dang it. Oh, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding. I don't have any bandages. I'm in trouble. I really don't have any bandages? Crap. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm gonna die. Come on, mouse. I don't have time for this. Here, take some painkillers. We'll get some health regen going in here. Hopefully that'll counteract the bleeding for a minute here. Okay, and then... Oh, I don't have any cloth on me either. Oh, wait, right there's bandages, dummy. Of course, now you don't need them. You've stopped bleeding. Well, let's leave you on the hotbar anyways, I guess. I almost bled to death because I can't see bandages. Nice. This broken leg thing is bothering me. Not gonna lie, I keep hitting control to sprint. That's the downside of playing so many different video games, is that I get confused as to what control does what. And so, like, some of the games, what was I was just playing Kingdoms of Amalur, right? Because it gets released the same day as this does. And in Kingdoms of Amalur, man, you gotta stop letting them hit you. Wow. That is now the most antibiotics I've ever had in a single map. That gave me 3, because I used one once before. Uh, yeah, so that one uses control for sprint and shift for block. This one uses control for crouch or sneak and shift for run. uh, Crazy. Some nice looking terrain. I still wish they had some cars on the roads though. They really need to add those back in. Just like, I don't know, you're adding in new spawn things, so, you know, I don't know. Really need to get some cars in here. Some semis. You should get some semis in here too. Semis, delivery trucks, that kind of thing. Occasional military convoy. That'd be cool. Not that it necessarily needs to be full of loot or anything, but it would be awesome if they had that. I don't see why they couldn't have it. I mean, they got everything else. This is one of my favorite things about the random gin right here. Are these little ponds and lakes that you come across. I mean, I don't do anything at them, but the I don't know why I'm using this. I know the sledgehammer is better. In fact, let me just get rid of you. The previous map, the Navgazine, or I cannot decide how that's pronounced without looking at it. It had rivers, but the rivers were all one block of water deep. A couple little ponds, but all the ponds were one block of water deep. And so it was kind of bizarre. And so I noticed that with the new terrain gen, we get deeper waters. We also get these cool cliffs like this one coming up here. In fact, this one looks really good. Let's go over and take a look at this a little closer. See, that's really nice. Really nice. Good job, pimps. Some of their day was telling me, talk about zombie games, and they were talking about how they couldn't find any good sandbox type zombie games. I'm like, oh, have you played 7 Days to Die? Yeah. I like to tell people about this game. I've actually had 4 or 5 of my friends, maybe more now at this point, pick up the game because they thought it looked like fun. I know I enjoy it. I keep meaning to. I haven't done it yet, but one of the groups of guys has got a server going, and I probably should check out server play on this. I've never played this on a server. I just play the single player. I can't wait till they get the quest stuff in here. I know, I just want and want and want and want. But it'd be really, really cool to get, you know, like land. That's not the word you wanted. Random little towns along these roads. Not like, oh, we got a food and water. And can I have a minute to get it on the hotbar, please? Thank you. And then get like quests for the little towns or something. That would be cool. Or maybe they could even like, well, I don't know. I don't want to turn it into an RPG, but you could probably do a really awesome RPG with this engine. Ah. These dudes, they take such big steps. They must get used to walking in and out of the snow. Kind of spawnable do they have in the snowy biome? I haven't seen any. Of course, the only time I've been in the snowy biome was back in like the first episode, and that was I didn't see any spawns in the first episode of anything. Which I don't know why I'm killing these zombies. Because it's fun. That guy just had a tin can. Poor zombie's walking around with a tin can. Why is the zombie walking around with a tin can? Was it just in his hand? Was he just walking around with an empty can in his hand? You're on the pavement. You can stop walking like you're stepping through the snow. Just saying. Yeah, I was talking to one of the guys that play on the server, and he's like, "Yeah, you should come check it out. Got a base going and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe here eventually. I'll get on there and see." And he's like, "Yeah, well, I've got to go play on it right now. We're looking for bullet materials." That sounded kind of cool. I was wondering how much they had cleaned out. I don't know if they're playing on like well, I guess you don't get really much of a choice, do you? But I was thinking or wondering, I guess, what they were going to do now, because like some of the patch notes said that like things don't respawn for days at this point. Like you can clean out zombies and animals out of a territory and they'll just be gone for 5 days. And so I thought that was pretty cool, because they said it would, it's going to force you to go out farther and farther to hunt for meat and stuff, which would be what would happen. It's like hunting for supplies, right? I mean, you loot all the nearby buildings and you have to keep going farther and farther from home base. I hate those guys crawling on the ground. But, yeah. It's pretty cool. We are not finding anything out here, though. Seriously. Snowy mountains. That's what we got. Snowy mountains. Snowy mountains and my broke leg. I need a bicycle. with no cars. No ways to power gas. You'd think that bicycles would be more prevalent in zombie apocalypse shows. But they all seem to be driving cars everywhere. I understand cars would make it safer, but I don't know. There was that, what's that one show, Revolution? It's not zombies, but there's no power. Somebody's got some kind of EMP field generator that stops them from being able to use power, and seems to me on that one they had a lot of bike use because they have to switch to mechanical power. Oh, we're coming to a crossroads. Back off, Squiggly. No, nothing that way. Didn't see nothing that way. South it is. Speaking of zombie shows, I just saw, have not seen a trailer or commercial or anything for it, but I was flipping through, okay, so I like to look through the entire week's shows ahead of time so that I know what I want to watch. There's only certain channels that I check for this kind of information, but I do watch, well, no, I don't really seem to watch anything. I just record it. And then my DVR is like, you're at 97% capacity. I'm like, oh, great. Let me go delete 20 episodes of something I haven't watched. And what is this? Oh, it's a stump. And so while I was flipping through the channels, looking at what was on, well, the guide, you know, because you can flip the guide 24 hours at a time. I pretty much just tape things between the hours of 8 and 11. I really like a lot of different kinds of television shows, and not that I watch a lot of them, but I do record a bunch of different kinds of television shows. Mostly lately I seem to just be watching sitcoms and I guess MasterChef. I don't know why I like that show so much, but I do. Although this week is like crazy amounts. Oh no, the road is curving on us. Crazy amounts of Gordon Ramsay on this week. I keep thinking these rocks are like backpacks and stuff because they got that little bit of snow on them. So instead of just being gray lumps, they look like they have a pattern on them. Oh man, our road shifted. We're not heading directly south anymore. There were no buildings along the roads in the southerly direction in that. This is something they've got to work on. I don't think oh, I don't think the snow biome should ever be back to back with like desert or this kind of forest. You need to put the pine forest in between that and other things. And maybe this probably wouldn't be next to a desert, so this should probably be next to more of a plains biome without trees, and then into the desert. Kind of like what they did with Minecraft. Not the major update that just happened, but the one before, 1.7 update. They went and redid all their biomes. If you've never played Minecraft, it's a lot like this, only, you know, the graphics are a lot different. But it's got crafting grid. This game only exists because of Minecraft. This is basically the zombie apocalypse version of Minecraft. And more things to build in this, I guess. But, oh, and there aren't people in this, but there are people in Minecraft you can come across and trade and sell stuff. But there are zombies and skeletons and slimes and things like that. But anyways, back to my thing. I got distracted for some reason. It happens. The anyways, flipping through the channel, I saw that the Sci-Fi Channel has a new zombie show coming on. Haven't seen any commercials for it or anything, so I don't know what it's about. But it said the survivors, something about the survivors have to deal with the zombie baby. Is it called Zombie Nation? I want to say it's called Zombie Nation. Okay, so that way's west, that way's east, and this is southeast. So I guess we continue southeast. We're not having any luck finding anything to look at today. Just miles of road. I didn't expect to ever have a episode where we just wander the roads again like this. After what we first episode with the random gen update, we had no anything, and then And then we had the barn in the second episode. And then we had the little village in the third episode. We had the... That sounds like too many episodes. I know there was nothing in the first episode, but that was on the tail end of my 9.1 episode, wasn't it? And then maybe I know it went nothing barn, houses, factories, and then nothing. We have nothing since I spent an episode building the sledgehammer and stuff. Is this another lake over here? It looks like it should be. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna throw shotgun shells at you. You know, the train could use elevation too. This is pretty flat. Even when there's mountains and stuff, these roads are very flat. Oh, I like this over here. Let's look at the... Control is not run. I can't run anyways, but control is not run. Oh man, look at this. This is awesome. This is the biggest one of these I've seen yet. Lake, that is, I mean. What's that? See that right there? What is that? I've got to know. I've got water on my screen. I think that it's a rabbit. There's a rabbit running on the surface of the lake. Crazy. Look at there's stuff spawning in the lake. This is really nice down here. I like this. Your animals need better AI for when they're in the water, though. I don't think they should be standing there trying to eat and spin around in circles. That's just bizarre. Bizarre. I need to get enough cotton together so that I can build some cloth to build up a new sleeping bag when I get to my next rest stop. I've kind of lost my road too. There we go. That lake was awesome. I am really, really impressed by their terrain gen with the lake. Although I still feel that we should get more... I know it looks like there's different elevations and stuff, but there isn't really. It's all the same elevation, just with different sized... I don't know how to explain what I mean by this, I guess. Let's get over here to the road. So what we got is we got this, right? This elevation right here. This elevation. And so there's a hill, but it doesn't just keep raising up and the roads don't go up it. And so as I go along, that hill will eventually go back into this elevation. Everything goes back down to this elevation. And so it would be a lot cooler, I think, if the if there's actual changes in the terrain elevation. Is another little pond here? I thought it was the river separating biomes, but it's not. It's another little The little pond. Ooh, you guys need to add fishing now with all this water that you've got. That would be a major source of food. Oh, here we go. New terrain. We're about to hit the river. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find one of those hotels. I think they spawn in this kind of terrain here. Right? Isn't that what the patch note said? Wasteland. Oh, there were like 3 or 4 terrains that it would spawn in. Oh, I totally missed. There you go. It seems to me I also read something else about towns spawning. I don't remember. I like the brick buildings. This is the area where I would collect iron from, too. Those lockers are really showing up today. I wonder if I've got something gooey with my settings. Oh, you know, something else. I am running this on the 64-bit client. I haven't run the 64-bit client in a while. It was glitchy before, and so I had been running this on the 32-bit. But I thought today we would give the 64-bit a try. And one of the new things they added was anti-cheat. Apparently anti-cheat and my software, my recording software, don't work with each other, and so I wasn't even able to get my recording software to recognize the program was open with the anti-cheat software running. But luckily it's got a play with the anti-cheat disabled, and so I was able to get in. Otherwise I might have had to stop recording 7 Days to Die until a patch or something. I did have some issues getting it to start. It patched on Friday, and this is cool looking too. I like this new wasteland. I like all the hills and stuff. It's very cool, and the little puddles of murky water. But it patched on Friday, and I haven't played it till today. Today's Sunday for me, and so when I went to start it, it came up and it had this teddy bear in the middle of the screen, and it said something about the versions didn't match, and I'm like, okay, well, this is my Steam client. I mean, I bought the game, so I know this is the right version. I bought the game back when it was pre-Kickstarter. I bought it before the Kickstarter. I heard about it on a podcast, and somebody said they were looking forward to it, and so I went to the site, and I forget how long it was before the pre-orders came up, but you know, I bought the game way back then, and then they had the Kickstarter, and then it went up on Steam. But I mean, I've pretty much been making videos of this since the week it started. I don't think I made any the day it started. Well, my first video was my first time playing the game, so I did record the first day it came out. Anyways, I don't know how I got off on that tangent. But there was a teddy bear in the middle of my screen saying that the version mismatched, and so I tried to start it without the anti-cheat. No, yep, without the anti-cheat running, and it crashed and still wouldn't run, and so I did the little check your game cache thing you can do through Steam. I have gotten lost. I have lost the road somewhere out here. There are also like no buildings. I thought there were supposed to be more buildings now. Wasn't that the deal? Minimum number of points of interest. Hey guys, I'm not particularly interested at the moment. A big pile of brick. Ooh, zombies coming out from everywhere. And so after I ran that, then it let me in, and so I told to install the 64-bit, and when I ran it, my recording software didn't recognize that the program was open, and so I went and switched it back to 32-bit and ran it, and didn't recognize it was open, and so then I ran it with the anti-cheat disabled, and then it recognized it. I'm like, well, I want to try the 64-bit. So then I went and told it to start with the 64-bit, and finally got it going and got it so that my recording software recognized it. You know where the motel is? I really wanted to see one. That new stun thing, I don't know about that. I get stunned all the time. I don't like it. I don't like it. I also don't like they got rid of the killer wasps. And you know, I haven't seen a dog in a while either. Do dogs not spawn in the random gen? No dogs, no wasps. Okay. Check the map to make sure. I didn't want to get off my southern path here. We're going to Argentina. Brazil? We're going to Brazil. Where's Argentina? Argentina's south, but I mean, I can't remember. Wow, I am drawing a blank. It's Brazil's at the southern tip of South America, right? Venezuela? Argentina? Antarctica. That's where we're going. We're going to Antarctica. Oh. We're going to running low on food and water. I tell you, I am terrible at watching for my food and water. I actually play a version of Minecraft where you die when you run out of food and water, and I've died a couple of times because I ran out of food. Oh, because I never pay attention to the little graphs. I don't know. It's bizarre. You think that as much as I play video games, playing like MMOs, you're always watching that kind of stuff, and then I find myself in games like this just wandering on till I start taking damage. Let me know. Hey, have you seen the hotel? No? Alright. I really was looking forward to seeing the hotel. Oop, I'm gonna throw some bullets at you. Alright, I think I'm gonna call the episode then. We'll continue our wanderings next episode. Zombie Nation doesn't come out till, what, Friday? So I think it's called Zombie Nation. And I think it's on Friday on the Sci-Fi Channel. And so I definitely plan on checking that out. Ooh, and, you know, Walking Dead comes back here in October. That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. For sure. So, alright, click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later. This is a different biome. Maybe we'll find a hotel in here.